Hello again. So happy to see you at another session of STEAM. I have a few friends here with me today that I thought would be perfect for Halloween. One of my favorite creatures for Halloween is the spider with his 8 legs. But my absolute favorite is bats. They are such an interesting creature and so very helpful to our environment. So I decided that I would dress up as a bat for Halloween. Now, it's time for us to have a little fun together. Last week, I asked everybody to send in pictures of their Halloween creations. And we're going to take a peek at all the wonderful creations that were sent in. First are our wonderful kindergarten students. I want you to look at the shape, the size, and the colors of all our wonderful pumpkins. And are they two-dimensional, where they have a height and a width? Or are they three-dimensional, with, in addition to the height and the width, they also have a depth? Let's take a peek at all our wonderful Henry Ford and VLP pumpkins. I'm going to give you a little time on each slide to see all the great creations. Look and see which is your favorite. Are you getting some ideas on how you can create? Wow, I noticed that a lot of people use the color orange, but some use different colors like red and green. Some people even used a real pumpkin. This one was made out of a bag. This one was made out of a balloon, and this one is an orange that you could actually eat as a treat. So many great ideas. Adding in our ABCs, using different shapes like stars, or even using a box from your home and toilet paper rolls. Here's a new material, some pipe cleaners, and a silver can. This student created a pumpkin and a drum in one. It's called the Drum Pum. And how about adding paint to a pumpkin? Another creative idea. Here's our first graders with some crazy eyelashes. Second grade did an amazing job too. I'm noticing a lot of boxes and bags used as materials. What are you noticing? This pumpkin had its own speech bubble saying, "I am happy." What a creative idea. Here come our third graders. They've sure been working hard. This person made two pumpkins in one. First, they had the little folded pumpkin, and when they unfolded it, it was a giant pumpkin. Are you noticing that lots of people are doing two-dimensional pumpkins? And some are doing three-dimensional pumpkins. Here's our fourth graders. Wow, I can't believe how many different colors of pumpkins we have. It's so amazing. This one looks like Frankenstein. And our fourth grader, Leah, found a way to put lights and make her pumpkin light up. Wow, that was a creative idea. Here are some more amazing fifth grade pumpkins. Let's not forget our VLP students because they've been working hard too. I didn't require you to do a diagram T-chart before you made your creation this week, but some kids still did. I'm really proud of you for learning those steps of the engineering design process. To ask what you're going to create, to imagine it and draw it in a label diagram, then to write your materials on a T-chart before you start creating, and finally, improve and share out with others. I'm having fun sharing out all your amazing creations. And here's our last one for today. Wow, he can barely hold that pumpkin that he carved. This week, we're going to take a spooky walk. We're going to hear a song to do that. There are 3 settings in the song. In the first part, when you're walking, you're going to be walking through the tall grass. So when I play the music, I want you to imagine yourself walking through the tall grass and trying to get through it. In the second part, we're going to be going through a river. So again, you're going to use your imagination and you're going to try to swim through the river. And the last setting in the song is a deep, dark cave. And I want you imagining feeling the side of a cave. How does it feel? So let's go on to our song. It's called The Spooky Walk. Let's follow the directions. This is one of my new songs that I learned from Mrs. Isham, so I have to thank her for introducing me to this song. Here we go.
Would you like to take a spooky walk with me? Sit down with your legs straight out in front of you. Now tap your legs with your hands one at a time as if you were walking. Repeat each phrase back to me if you can. Are you ready? Let's go.
This reminds me of the rhythm Mrs. Holmes and Miss Cook do in their videos with you in music class. Are you getting that beat?
We're going to take a walk to a place that's dark and spooky.
We're gonna take a walk to a place that's dark and spooky.
This could be kind of fun and creepy and kooky.
This could be kind of fun and creepy and kooky.
I look out up ahead, but my eyes can barely see.
I look up out ahead, but my eyes can barely see.
We'll soon be in tall grass. Stay together. Follow me.
Follow me.
Whoa! Did you hear that? A black cat and a scary bat. We're gonna take a walk to a place that's dark and spooky.
We're gonna take a walk to a place that's dark and spooky.
This could be kind of fun and creepy and kooky.
This could be kind of fun and creepy and kooky.
I look out up ahead, but my eyes can barely see.
I look out ahead, but my eyes can barely see.
We'll soon be in a river. Stay together, swim with me. Whoa! Did you see that? A witch is on her broom, flying by the moon. We're gonna take a walk to a place that's dark and spooky.
We're gonna take a walk to a place that's dark and spooky.
This could be kind of fun and creepy and kooky.
This could be kind of fun and creepy and kooky.
I look out up ahead, but my eyes can barely see.
I look up ahead, but my eyes can barely see.
We'll soon be in that cave. Stay together. Follow me. Slowly. Sure is dark in here. Feel the left side. It's cold and slimy. Feel the right side. It's cold and slimy too. Whoa! Did you hear that? Rattling bones and ghostly moans. Let's get out of here. Get out of the cave. Swim back through the river. Back to the tall grass. Into the room. Close the door. Whoa, that was scary.
That was a lot of fun. Let's go on to the next part and make a prediction about what kind of characters were in the setting. So did you pay close attention? All right. Imagine in your head, besides the children taking the walk, what were the animal characters that were in the song? Take a minute and think. Got it in your head? Okay, let's check and see if your predictions are correct. Did you remember what was in there? So, you're right. There were children, and a cat, a bat, and a witch on a broom. I thought this would be a good idea to inspire us to create our own spooky characters, and they can be two-dimensional or flat, or they can be three-dimensional, like this cat. All of our bats are two-dimensionals because they're flat. This witch is trying to add a little bit of 3D here, but most of the project is two-dimensional. So our challenge for this week is to take a spooky walk and then think of what kind of spooky creature can you create to decorate your house using only your imagination and the materials and tools that you have at home. Here are some of the materials that we used last week. Paper, boxes. I saw a lot of people using toilet paper rolls and bags. Some people even use some coffee cans or plastic cups. Crayons and markers are always helpful tools, as are scissors, tapes, staplers, and glue. Some people might even be able to make something out of an egg carton. Now remember, when you're doing your planning this week, it's just in your head. And I want you to think about what size do you want to make your object, small, medium, or large? And what colors do you think will work best? I like using the color wheel that Mrs. Russell and Miss Page use in their art class. It's very helpful for me. Again, our primary colors are red, yellow, and blue, but we can combine them to make different shades. How about the texture? I noticed a lot of people were starting to add textures from things like pom-poms and pipe cleaners, and I even noticed some stick sound creations. And then you'll have to make those choices about shapes again too. Let's focus again. Do you want to make a 2D creation or a 3D? All of these are two-dimensional creations using materials they had at home, and all of these are 3D or three-dimensional spooky creatures. My favorite is the Bat Cave because when my niece was little, she just loved bats. In fact, that's where I got my love of bats, was from my niece. When she was 3, she did a project at her preschool, and then we started going and learning about bats and going on night watches to study bats and going over to Cranbrook to the Bat Conservation Center. So remember this week, if you want to record something for me, you're going to use that record button. For this week, our assignment is just to make the creation and have a happy Halloween, because we only have 2 days to do this creation. So if you don't have time to send me a recording, that's fine. You're actually getting your grade by viewing this video. I can tell if you viewed it, so that's how you'll get your point this week. I'm so happy to be celebrating Halloween with you. I hope you have fun this weekend and you get to take a little break from your work. See you next time. Remember, keep creating and sharing those wonderful creations.